Hello everyone. In today's episode, I was planning on showing you step by step how to create a really fancy suspension just like this one. I'll be taking you through the process of making it so that you're able to make it yourself. So let's get on with the video. What you see here in front of me right now is a stripped down version of the car you saw previously. So as you can tell, if I place my lift under one of these wheels and try to push it, it goes upwards. And what's cool about this design is it's so flexible. It can go really high up, and this should work too if you're just driving over a rock or whatever. So the materials we need should be in this chest. Feel free to pause the video and get these materials before you follow the tutorial, but here's what we're gonna need. We need blocks of any type. I prefer using heavy blocks as a base, but feel free to use anything. 10 normal pipes, 4 three-way pipes, 4 long pipes, 28 turned pipes, 1 engine, 1 controller, 2 component kits, 2 lights, 2 wheels, make sure they're big wheels and not small wheels, 1 switch, 18 bearings, and 2 suspension. Do know that you're free to upgrade the engine as well, but this is just the minimum needed to make this design. So to start off, we place down 8 blocks next to each other. We then place down our engine in the center. I like having the circle facing forwards because then you can see it through the suspension. We're then gonna place 4 bearings, 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top, and we're gonna place rotated pipes going out from the bearings. We can now place our long pipes on these bottom ones, and then short pipes at the end of them. And then we can place rotated pipes going inwards, and bearings on both of these. For the top section, we're gonna place 2 short pipes on either side. We're gonna place a 3-way pipe going in this direction. And this is where we're gonna place our suspension a bit later. Now we can grab our 2 headlights and place them facing outwards right here. This is in case you want lights on your car. You can replace these with short pipes, but I like having the lights because then you can see better. Now we can place our rotated pipe going inwards, and then bearings on these 4 spots, just like that. We can now place 2 pipes going in towards each other on these outer bearings, and then place a 3-way piece going outwards. This is where we're gonna place our wheels later. Now we can place a rotated pipe on these bearings going upwards, and then put our suspension on top of them. We can now place our rotated pipes going outwards, and then bearings on the end of these. More rotated pipes going towards the engine, 2 short pipes, 2 rotated pipes going inwards, 2 bearings, and then more rotated pipes going downwards. We can now place rotated pipes down here, and then long pipes in between. We can now place our rotated pipes on these outer corners, place a bearing underneath. This is going to be our steering bearing. We can now place rotated pipes, bearings on the rotated pipes, and then big wheels. And let's do the same on the other side. And now we only have one more step. Let's place down our controller. You can place this anywhere. I'm just gonna put it right here. And then we're gonna hook this up to the 2 top bearings. Make sure to level it up before you can do that though. We're gonna rotate these 7 degrees. If you don't know how to rotate it by only 1 degree, then hold down shift while you drag it, and it should only go by 1 degree. Now if we remove this from the lift, we will see it all falling apart apparently. And that's because we need to weld them. So our first thing to weld is these corner pieces. This should be connected to the top pipe. Secondly, this should be connected to these up here. And now if you let it loose, you can see this side goes down and this side goes up. So let's just spin this. Last step is just to place our switch anywhere and then connect this up to the controller. We can now open the controller, and in the first setting we can put 20. Let's also speed up this controller so it's not so super slow. And that should be our car done. We do have 2 spare pipe shorts. That was in case you want to replace these lights with normal pipes. Just replace these and then weld it together again. And you have your design without lights. In the car you saw at the start, I placed the lights right here. And that's a good idea at first, but then as these pipes rotate, the light is gonna get blocked. So I prefer replacing the pipes up here with the lights so they never get blocked, but that's completely up to you. We can now test the car by just dragging out more blocks and see if this works. It looks to be working for now, so let's just turn these up. And there you go. Let's put this on the lift and place our lift beneath one of these wheels. And as you can tell, it seems to be working. Now, just as a test to see if this works, let's place down our driver's seats and the 2 random wheels. You probably want to make the same suspension in the back, except mirrored, so just do this over here. Right now I'm just gonna do this though, because we're just testing. To hook this up, let's hook the driver's seat to the switch, to the engine, and to the 2 steering bearings. And then we can hook our engine to the 2 wheels. And make sure to rotate this so that it's facing correctly, and let's rotate both of these as well. Now we just need some fuel for the engine. So we should be all good to go. Let's see. Yes, we're able to drive. Probably want to turn this speed up though. And there you go. There's your suspension. Okay, let's go down here just to test how good the suspension is. And yes, would you look at that? That looks really nice. You barely even notice those rocks are there, or even this cow. See? I can barely even notice we're driving over shells. Look at that suspension, that's amazing. Oh, what? Stupid cow. Okay, so if you're having an issue like this, where the suspension is good enough to drive over the rock, but you keep bottoming out, then what you can do to fix that is just by hiring the level of the suspension. The last thing I also want to point out was we never got to use this controller. If I now press this switch, you see these 2 pipes are gonna start going downwards. And this is gonna put you in off-road mode, where I'm way higher above the ground than I would normally be. So if I build this on both wheels, then I should be able to drive over higher rocks than normally. The bad thing about it though is you become a lot more bouncy, and the suspension is less efficient. So thank you guys for watching. I'm glad so many people has been enjoying my content recently, and I'm really close to 100 subs by the point I'm uploading this, so make sure to subscribe if you want to be part of the 100 subscriber gang. I hope this tutorial has come in use, and that you'll be able to use this for your own cars. That's it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.